Psalm TV, the pulse of the nation.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride your way.
Good morning and welcome to the Psalm TV morning show. And it's a brand new week here on Psalm TV. My name is Abraham Maina-Joda, and it's a Monday like no other because across the country, students are going back to classes. Most of the students are going back to school. The alarm clock ain't just ringing for parents. It's also ringing for the young ones there who are resuming back to school for a brand new academic session. Yes, pencils are sharpened, uniforms are freshly ironed, and lunch boxes packed with food. And also a little hope that the snacks, they don't eat up the snacks before we get into the first lessons of the day. So education, as one of the foremost Nigerian foremost educationist, Professor Aliyu Babatunde Fafunwa, popularly known as Professor Babs Fafunwa, once said, the purpose of education is to fit a child into the society, not just to pass examinations. So, and today, as classrooms comes alive, we are reminded that every child stepping into school carries within them the future of our nation. So whether you are a student finding your way back to the classroom, a teacher gearing up to inspire, or a parent already calculating transport fares and school fees, you are part of this exciting news chapter. Right here on Psalm TV, we'll keep you informed, inspired, and smiling through it all. So this is our own message to you this morning as parents, as students, as teachers, educationists, school owners, anyone that wants the best for the future of this country. And with me this morning to have a wonderful morning show is the Assistant Director of News Programs and Public Affairs on Psalm TV, the delectable and beautiful Miss Bridget James. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
How was the weekend?
Fine.
Yeah, it
You
was.
look amazing.
Thank you very much.
As if today is your wedding day.
No. Yeah, good morning. With me also is the most handsome, macho, Mr. Daniel Kukwen, the Director of News and Public Affairs on Psalm TV. Good morning.
Good morning to you. Good morning to Auntie Bridget.
Good
Good
morning,
morning
sir.
to you out there. I don't want to comment on all those descriptions.
you see the problem. Why I love women. I gave her a compliment and she returned back the compliment. For a man, I gave him the compliment. He ignored the compliment.
I don't know why it's always like
so why do you think if I have something to give her now, I wouldn't give it to her?
Well, maybe you can just, okay, don't worry.
You see, if I had to give away to do now, I would simply give it to her.
Give away, do the give
Okay, don't worry.
We're ready.
Good morning. That was the weekend and everything. The weather has been somehow to be sunny. Then you see rainfall.
Yes.
Yesterday was hot. Later in the day there was rain across the city of Jalingo. Okay, the weather woman. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to weather report for today. In Jalingo, 23 degrees Celsius, mild and calm conditions expected. Aba has 23 degrees Celsius, warm with light cloud cover. Lagos has 24 degrees Celsius, humid with partly cloudy skies. Abeokuta has 23 degrees Celsius, fair weather. Olimosho, 24 degrees Celsius, cloudy intervals. Omuwo, 24 degrees Celsius, partly sunny. Benin City has 24 degrees Celsius, warm and cloudy. Calabar has 24 degrees Celsius, humid with light showers possible. Okay, Enugu has 24 degrees Celsius, fair with cloudy breaks. Ibadan has 23 degrees Celsius, partly cloudy skies. Ilorin has 23 degrees Celsius, stable weather condition. Isolo 24 degrees Celsius, humid with light clouds. Jos has 20 degrees Celsius, cooler temperatures, mostly cloudy. Kaduna 21 degrees Celsius, fair skies with light breeze. Kano 23 degrees Celsius, warm and clear. Castina 23 degrees Celsius, calm and pleasant. Maiduguri has 25 degrees Celsius, warm with hazy skies. Ogbomosho 23 degrees Celsius, mild with light clouds cover. And Osogbo 23 degrees Celsius, fair and partly cloudy. Port Harcourt has 24 degrees Celsius, humid with possible showers. Sokoto 25 degrees Celsius, hot and dry. Northern cities like Jos and Kaduna remains cooler, while Sokoto and Maiduguri stay warmer at 25 degrees Celsius. The south, including Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Calabar, continue to experience humid and partly cloudy conditions with chances of light rain. That's all for the weather report.
Okay, thank you very much for the weather. So we pray the weather keeps on being mild and good for the week. So what about the papers? Do you have stories for us that you get excited this morning?
Okay. The paper will be starting with the Punch. Accountant General plots to Supreme Court, set to pay Osun local government fund to court, and sacked APC chairman, Councillor Nolge cries out. NUP ENG versus Dangote, union insists on strike, meets federal government, others today. Okay. Natasha to resume Senate after London trip. Naira strengthens to $1,514, nears 5-month high. Leadway Holding announces acquisition of PAL pension.
Okay. Let us look at Dangote versus Nupeng. Union insists on strike, meet federal government orders today. The Nigerian Union of Petroleum Natural Gas Workers on Sunday declared that it will stay embarked on strike beginning from Monday, despite the intervention of the federal government to address the grievances of the union. Nupeng President William Sakurea confirmed that the federal government had reached out to the union on the need to avert the strike. He, however, insisted that the industrial action will go ahead pending the outcome of the meeting with the government today, Monday. The union has on Friday announced that to begin an industrial action on September 8, 2025, a development that could lead to fuel scarcity. The decision stemmed from the Dangote Petroleum Refinery plan to import 4,000 compressed natural gas-powered trucks for direct fuel distributions to retailers. Although the scheme earlier scheduled to begin on August 15 was delayed by logistic challenges in China, the refinery said it will kick off once a substantial number of the trucks arrive. But in a statement jointly signed by Akpore and General Secretary Afolabi Olawale on Friday, Nupeng accused the Dangote refinery of anti-labor practices that threaten the livelihoods of members of its petroleum tankers drivers branch. The union lamented that the refinery owner Aliko Dangote has insisted that new drivers for the imported trucks will not be allowed to join any union. He described the decision as an affront to freedom of association guaranteed under the 1999 Constitution and a breach of international labor conventions to which Nigeria is a signatory. That is why the labor is going on strike, because Dangote insists that from what they say, that these drivers will not be part of the union. So NUPENG decided to go on a nationwide strike.
Yes, I think from the position of a layman that is not a lawyer, I think it is not right for Dangote Refinery to say its tanker drivers will not be member of NUPENG. I think that is against the law, it is against Nigerian law, it is against the international labor law. So I don't know why they decide to take this audacious decision, because I think somebody must have told Dangote that this constitutes some illegality. There is no need for you to go up to that extent if you want to protect your business. Though there is a good side to this, that he wants to see that the activities of NUPENG, because NUPENG has a way of causing on the, for instance, if they go on this strike, they embark on this strike, the pains, the stress that it will cause on Nigerians will be much. So maybe if you have this part of tanker drivers who are not members of NUPENG, they won't comply with any directive for strike, and distribution will continue. But in as much as it is good up to that extent, there is a need for it to be in accordance with the law. So I think the whole thing now boils down to maybe they'll end up in court, or maybe government will have to intervene, or maybe Dangote Refinery will have to come back to its senses and say, okay, there is no need for us to continue on that decision. Maybe they'll look for a place where they can agree and see how they'll move on.
Okay, well, let me look at it from the position of the four major parties in this. We have Dangote Refinery, we have NUPENG, we have the federal government, and we, the people of Nigeria. Now, for the federal government, what it's supposed to do is to mediate, and I think they've called for mediation and for the two parts to sit and to avert the strike, and also lay out the issues that is the contentious issues over whether people have rights to join union or not, and the rest of it. Now, for Dangote Refinery, they should have known that something like this will happen. Just like you said, they went too far trying to stop the drivers from being part of NUPENG. Then for NUPENG, they have the right to fight for those drivers to be their union. Now for the Nigerian people, which I will be speaking for, I'm not a member of government, NUPENG, Dangote or what. My problem is this. NUPENG has issues with Aliko Dangote. And not even with Aliko Dangote, with Dangote Refineries, which are two different people. Dangote Refineries is not Aliko Dangote. Yeah. What I expect NUPENG to do is to find a way of ensuring that they settle their issue with Aliko Dangote without involving the whole of Nigeria to be part of it. Because why? When you stop drivers from picking, from working, simply because they have issues with Dangote, then the whole country will suffer. If you sort the one with Dangote, tomorrow MRS may come. You will make the whole of Nigeria to suffer. Next tomorrow it could be Mobil, it could be corn oil. Why don't you look at Aliko Dangote and whatever it is, not Aliko Dangote, Dangote Refineries, ensure that your union stops activities around the refinery
and other things like that.
Not to stop. What about other businesses that have already made arrangement for fuel to be taken to a social place? There are contracts, these things are on loan and the rest of it. They lose money.
Sure.
In trying to protect the drivers, you are putting a lot of people into loss. Even there are some now, if they stop drivers from working today, some drivers will be caught up in the middle of nowhere because they are not supposed to move with the trucks. There are people who have already made have a contract that, okay, I take a loan from the bank, I supply for 2 weeks, I return the money. They will run into loss. To me, it simply doesn't make sense. You're having problem with Dangote refineries, then you stop distribution of fuel all across the country. If everyone does that, where we would be today? If today is Dangote refineries, next week it may be someone else. So I think this is one of the reasons why even some organizations are beginning to move away from unions, simply because whenever there's an issue anywhere, it could be in Jalingo, it could be in this state, then everybody will have to suffer for it.
But there are these stories we have in the past where some lecturers in the university refused to be members of ASU. You understand? If these new drivers, because it was specific about the new drivers for the CNG trucks, now before they would take up that appointment to be drivers, maybe there will be a clause or something freeze in the appointment letter.
Yeah, that was what was done.
Now, if they agree to that before they even take up the job, does it still constitute an illegal working conditions?
Well, I'm not an expert on labor laws, I tell a lawyer should be, but personally, I don't think the issue of NUPEN with Dangote should affect us. Yes. It should affect Dangote, and then they should sort out their issue, not bring up the whole of Nigeria into it. What about other companies? They're killing them. You protect the drivers and then you destroy the economy. They should have their issue with Dangote, ensure that drivers don't work within this. So that is one of the things that makes some people to look at it that if we continue like this, the only solution to problems is strike. For how long? For how long? These are businesses. People have taken loans. They have to service their loans. There are people that live, there are drivers that live on a daily basis just to have this thing. There are businesses that strive on these little things. Just stop the distribution of wealth. Then what? Okay, Bridget, maybe go to another paper.
Okay. On to the next, which is Daily Sun. Federal government pleads as NUPEN, Hypeman, others halt operation today over rift with Dangote refinery. Review 170,000 minimum wage. Review 70,000 minimum wage. NLC vows to mount more pressure. Okay, Jonathan presses on with election plans. Ignores wife disapproval. Direct foot soldiers in PDP to clean house. Supporters hold secret meeting outside Nigeria. Federal government workers demand minimum wage review. UN Atiku Obi Ndume range over killing of 63 in Borno demand probe. I think that's all we have.
Okay.
So
the ones that interest me is that the story of is on the Daily Sun, the story of 2027 Jonathan fought on with election plans. That is according to the Sun. Here he said former President Dr. Goodluck Jonathan is forging ahead with plans to contest the 2027 presidential election despite public disapproval by his wife and First Lady Patience at an event held in Abuja in May 2025 where she received the Woman Icon Leader of the Year award. Mrs. Jonathan complained about the pressures of holding public office, saying the distress of Nigeria is so much that if God managed to bring you out of it, you should glorify him. Why do you want to go back there? She went further to say, I need peace. My peace is enough. She then went a step further to declare support for President Bola Tinubu's administration and promised to campaign for his re-election. But Daily Sun learned from multiple sources within Jonathan's circle that the former president is not dissuaded by his wife's disapproval of his ambition and assists in intensified plans to ensure a smooth path to clinch the People's Democratic Party's ticket. To avoid detection and interference from pro-government operatives, Daily Sun reliably learned that in supporters, especially those in the inner circle, have convened several times outside Nigeria, and the focus of some of their meetings have been to consolidate in support base within the PDP and to devise a plan to handle what they describe as Nyesom Wike problem. Referring to the conflict the PDP is having with the Minister of Federal Capital Territory, who during a media chat last Monday advised Jonathan not to contest, but should instead preserve his legacy as a statesman. Now, Wike accused those promoting Jonathan's candidacy of hypocrisy and betrayal, pointing out how many of the same people undermined him during the 2015 presidential election. So, well, I think this year is trying to say Jonathan's people, according to the Sun, saying Jonathan wrong. But there are two people names here who said Jonathan should not run or will not run. That is the wife. She was named then Patience. He said he should not run. He will not run, and they will support the government. Then we have Nyesom Wike, who we all know was very, very close to him. He is also advising him not to run. While on the part of those that they claim say he will run, no name was given. No name was given. The sources were called multiple sources. So if you ask me to use evidence, to use evidence and facts here, I will go with the names that were called.
This report is more
or
speculation. Now look at it. If Jonathan will contest, if at the end of the day he make an attempt to contest, two things out of that will help Nigerians. One of them is it will clear the air on whether somebody who has been sworn in twice in the same manner that Jonathan was, because he took over from Yaradua, who died, and he became, so some people are explaining that that is not part of, no, that was not it. The law that said...
There was a review of the law. So now they are looking at it that, now that it has been reviewed, will it be retrospective because it was reviewed after Jonathan, or it will not be retrospective? I think that is the argument from some part.
That is what I wanted to say. So if that happens, the clarity on this matter now will come to bear. Then another one is that considering his popularity, as that based on some analysis, then the popularity of President Tinubu, it will make the political environment to be, every one of them will have to sit up, everybody vying for political will sit up, considering that the competition will be stiff and there is a need for you to do something tangible for you to be able to garner the support of people. So I think these are the two things that are likely to happen if Jonathan decides to contest.
Yeah, if Jonathan contests, the political this thing will be, let me use the word of somebody, sweet, because we have major, you're mostly going to see President Tinubu will contest. If Jonathan contests, and I also see Atiku contesting and Obi also contesting, because I don't see any of them dropping their ambitions. You have these four political behemoths. Apart from others that will come in as spoilers, you have Sowore will definitely contest and get maybe. I've not seen Tunde Bakare coming out.
Of this Pastor Chris Okoti.
No, he has resigned from God. He has resigned from seeing God telling him that he will be the next president. He hasn't contested with the last 3 or so. So I think it is going to make if those people come out, that will be the toughest election ever in Nigeria. 2023 is the toughest so far.
Yeah. So far, yes.
And I think this one will. Well, we all want the best for Nigeria, whosoever, but to me, I think this is more speculative than has any concrete things inside. Okay?
In as much as I want him to come back, I feel he should just relax this time, because
if there are chances that he will win and be sworn in, will you still want him to relax?
he should just relax.
Now, do you understand my interrogation. I'm saying,
Because-
if there are chances, if you believe that he
yes.
will contest and
And
win, will you still advise him to? Maybe the reason why you're saying you should relax because you're scared that he may not win.
I'm scared
If
because the Nigerians, they can surprise you anytime. They will ask you to come back, try to drag you into this, and at the end of the
Then-
day, you end up
then
having high
disappoint
blood.
it, yes.
They disappoint you. So it's for him to just stay back. Like
But-
your name should not be stained. Just be there.
Just be there.
Yeah.
What if it is out of sheer zeal to see that
serve
Nigeria
you.
gets better?
Oh.
There's a way this passion will drive you. You want to do everything. You contest 15 times.
The passion of Paul Nigeria. Okay, let's go to
Okay,
another
on to the
paper.
next. Vanguard. NLC, federal government workers demand minimum wage review. Okay. Dangote Nupeng face up. Federal government moves to avert nationwide strike. Okay. Manufacturers look beyond bank for survival. Osun Nolge won OAGL CBN over plots to Supreme Court.
Okay.
UN Atiku Obi Ndume range over killing of 63 in Borno. Demand probe as Governor Zulum visits affected communities again.
Okay. There are demands already for increasing minimum wage, which I think, yes, those who made the demands, it's a good demand, if you ask me. But how to go about it again is another issue.
There are some states that have actually reviewed their minimum wage to 100. I think another state reviewed to over 100.
For all workers across board or for some sectors.
Well,
Because,
I don't know the details,
no,
but
because I know for doctors, for some sectors, they don't use such, for some sectors, they don't use, well, if they have the money, they should. And the law allows for review.
for review. So I think those calling for the review are saying if some states can do it, then the federal government should consider it. I think when Tinubu signed this one into law, the law stipulates that there will be review after I think 2 or 3 years.
Yes.
Maybe.
I think the review should be in 2026 or something.
So let's look forward to that. If at all, it is going to help in increasing the purchasing power of the common man on the streets. But just like
But is there any common man working for the federal
that's what I
government?
wanted to ask. Because I know you would disagree that
Most of the common men don't have a
don't
job.
have minimum wage.
But it's good that those who work should be paid properly. But I tell you, when you use common man, most of the common man, the commonest of men don't, and they are not part of the minimum wage
Maybe
package.
government should think of a way of making life easier,
Easier
for them by
for
making
them.
good roads, by ensuring the hospitals are not the good ones. We actually have good health facilities in Nigeria to the extent that if you have good money, you can have access
Yes,
to
definitely.
quality health care.
Yeah, of course.
So if quality health care is affordable for the common man on the streets, then maybe health is wealth.
Okay, let's go to another paper, Bridget.
Okay, on to the next. Daily Trust. Gunmen kills 23 in Kastina, Kaduna, Plateau, Kwara, and Niger. Daily Trust Board of Economists list strategies to combat poverty. Schools resume amidst biting economy. On to the next.
Okay.
Oil scarcity looms as tanker drivers begin strike today.
Yeah, let's look at how school resume amid biting economy. I think that should be their major story. I say today many public and private schools across Nigeria resumes as the 22-25-26 academic session for the academic session today. Parents are expressing deep concern over skyrocketing fees, textbooks, bus fee, and other charges imposed by proprietors. This is coming at a time of the rising cost of living across the country, whereby inflation is sitting deep into the citizens' income. Some parents who enrolled their children in private schools said the burden of increment in charges was getting out of hand, while some poor parents said they left their children at the mercy of poor facilities in public schools. And Daily Trust report that some parents allege that private schools have turned education into a business venture, leaving families struggling to cope. Those whose children are in public schools decried hidden charges by headmasters and teachers amid poor learning environment. So these are discussions that we have every day. The private schools, some of them, not all, run it as a business, like a business. It's meant to be a business, but they focus more on the business aspect than the education. While for the public schools, just like we run our public institutions, it is being run. It is nobody. In the case of this thing, it's nobody's business. Everybody just act like, and then you see cases whereby in private schools, they bring all manners of charges for extracurricular affairs and the rest of it. While in public schools, the teachers, the headmasters charge these kids hidden charges. So you could see that there's a problem in this sector. There's a problem.
There's actually a serious problem, to the extent that if public schools are not delivering as they are supposed to, people will be forced to look at the private schools where they consider their wards will get quality education. Then this quality education, maybe the government should go out and make some regulations to check some of their excesses and ensure that public schools meet top standards. Because I've never heard of maybe private schools outside the shores of Nigeria, maybe in Europe, where you see that they have this kind of comparative advantage over public schools. The standard of education should be such that even if you want to operate a private school, it should not be that you offer the kind of services that private schools or public schools will not be able to offer, and you charge exorbitantly for it. It is not far from the truth for you to establish that in Jalingo, for instance, or any other part of Nigeria, that private schools usually have this advantage. Students that go to private schools have this advantage over those that go to public schools. And you will see that they have the same kind of, for instance, they still employ graduates, they still employ NCs to teach that same subject that public. But when a child is going to private school, there are chances that he will have more footing than those that attend public schools. So these are the things that government should check. Most importantly, they should check the excesses of private school owners.
Yeah, they should, and they should also check their own excesses, because if they provided quality education, nobody. Like myself, I started in a private school, then later moved to a public school in primary school. I started in a private school to my primary 3, moved to a public school, but I realized the standard between the private and the public was I came from where I managed to get into the top half of the class in the private school. When I got to the public school, I was top 3 till I left there. But when I went to a secondary school that was public, but there was federal government unity schools. They were able to maintain standard. So public schools are good, or were good. But for now, I think it is only the model public schools that you can point at.
That is another aspect of it. You just mentioned how you attended a unity school, a public school that maintained this kind of standards.
Then, not now.
Well,
for now, we know I'm still part of the old students association. The standards they have now is nothing, has fallen seriously. Even what makes it unity is no longer there. And not forgetting the economic this thing. How do you think, Bridget, that parents will cope now going back to school?
It's not easy. Okay, it's not that easy. Parents are really going through a lot because of the economic crisis. But I think they would, get over it.
Yeah. Well, if you ask me, it's not easy for those Not only parents, even those who are not parents, people will call you. You have younger ones. You have people, you must be, in Nigeria, we live a communal, we have a communal system. So you get involved, even if not directly. Your brother's son is your son, your sister's daughter is your daughter. So one way or the other, you support, you do this, you do that. So that is why it helps in Nigeria. It helps reduce the burden.
It gives you, though in Taraba State there is this free education policy in public schools.
Yes.
But in places like Plateau State, Benue State, where the education in public school will still require that you pay some stipends. And it's not stipends as they're actually Plateau where you pay up to like 20-something thousand to 30,000 in secondary schools. Though their quality of education is a little bit good, but it is actually expensive for most of the people. So now you're faced with some substandard kind of education, some substandard kind of schooling, and exorbitantly paying for it. So maybe government should come to the rescue of individuals to see how they can help. Maybe they should make if you're paying some good amounts, you should be able to get a quality education. Or maybe.
Well, if you ask me, I don't know at that rate, they will get private schools even cheaper. One thing businessmen do is they look at the environment. Okay, the government school is 25. Those who think the government school is not good enough, we create schools, pay from 50, 60, 70. Then some will look at the business environment and say, okay, now you have those who are below the ladder of both private and public school. So they will create a system whereby they create a school that will pay less than what the public school pays. It happens even here. You find out schools that are just like peanuts, but the standard is the problem. The standard is the problem. So most of the times, a beggar has no choice. That is what someone once told me. I doesn't want a child to be in this place, but a beggar has no choice. Just have to ensure that the child is in school. And sometimes some of the best students come out from such system. Sure. And sometimes you have better education in those makeshift arrangements if the owner is someone that has passion for it. You will see good education there, and then those kids will come out to be better than even those that went to the best of schools. So, well, I think that's it. Any other paper for us?
Okay, First Daily.
Okay.
Nothing stop Monday strike. No Peng insists as federal government begs for drones. Over 100 killed. Obi tells Tinubu government to stop junketing. Act now. Okay. Bandits abduct mothers in Niger. Abandon sick infants. Sirap sues RMAFC over proposed salary hike for politicians. APC using police to assault, intimidate opposition ADC. 374 Abuja properties get fresh C over OS as a Wike slams 5 million fine. Okay, NDLEA busts cartel seizes 6.4 billion naira drugs from Kingpin. Bandits kill 8, injures 20 in southern Kaduna. Inverter, Big So-So juries evicted from Ibi Niger House.
Okay, let's go to that 100 killed, over 100 killed Obi to Tinubu government, Stop Junketing Act now. Now, former presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has raised alarm over the country's worsening security crisis, declaring that Nigeria is bleeding and urgently needs a national war on insecurity. In a post shared on X, on Sunday, Obi lamented the trail of violence across several states over the weekend, where more than 100 Nigerians were killed in Borno, Sokoto, Katsina, and Edo. He is of the opinion that the president should stop his travels and then put an end to the put an end to the insecurity, which the issue of him doing putting an end to insecurity. I totally agree with Mr. Peter Obi, because for how long will we continue to lose Nigerians in such numbers? And they should put an end to it. But to me, I'm being very, very pragmatic here. With the situation we are in Nigeria now, if we decide that anytime something like this happens, the president should stop whatever he's doing and go there, we may have a situation whereby, as it is now, we will only have a president that does only condolence visits. Because if you look at the spread of this, Sokoto, Katsina, Edo, in the middle of maybe a meeting with an international event, you stop it, you come back to Nigeria. As you are going, another happens, you stop it, you come back to Nigeria. I think at this point, we should begin to see that now it is beyond one or two that you say, okay, let the whole country stop so that we can mourn this one. That has gone, is worse than what it was. So what I expect now is action, whether the president is in the moon looking for investors or at Ibadan or in Jalingo here. We should have a system that works without the president even being in the country. That is the most important thing.
The security architecture should be in such a way that these things can be prevented. There are instances where the president is in Nigeria and these things still happen.
Of course.
So it's more of when you say the president should come back, so whatever it is he's doing, come back to Nigeria and go to those places. You remember it was on this platform when he came to Benue, and I told you that if you discover the billions that has been spent, because the whole Abuja moved to Makurdi that day, the NSC, the SGF, this, it costs money for the president to travel from somewhere to somewhere. Now, if the president will keep moving from Zamfara to Sokoto to Borno to pay the condolence, or
to assure and reassure.
Yes, you keep saying, I want to assure you that these people will be arrested. Then 2 weeks later, after the ones you've arrested, maybe you successfully arrest some few people, then another one happened again. So I think it is the issue of restructuring the security architecture. That is why, to some extent, I disagree with some of these politicians that will always say the president is not junketing. They know that it is not the junketing of the president that will allow these things thrive. Do you understand? The president, United States presidents travel anywhere he wants to travel, and the nation is still safe. And so many other countries like that. We should look up to the extent that even if the president is not on seat, the vice president is here, the chief of defense staff are here, the inspector of police is not traveling with the president, but you will still see. It is not the president that will go and do these things that
we should have a system that works with the president around or not. I think that is my own thing. That is the Nigeria that and then we should stop. It is common. The president did it when he was in opposition. We politicize these things.
It's true.
So if he's getting it from the opposition, that is reaping. And I also think the politicians should. I've seen cases whereby news, we read the news every day. Bandits will be killed. Nobody will say, hey, the military, not the president, the military, kudos. Nobody does that for the military. Nobody does that for the police. Nobody does it for these young men. But whenever anything happens, then everybody will cry about it. Things are so bad that for now, we don't need this politicizing of these things. We need to just face it the way it should be as a one nation who wants the best. When politics come, we play our politics. And I think that is why sometimes I tend to disagree, Peter. It shouldn't just focus on the negatives always.
I agree.
It shouldn't focus on the negatives always.
I think Peter Obi should be coming down because he's always focusing on, the negatives. If he comes on board, he would know what it means to, So he should always focus on the positive, not always
just like
talking down on.
Just like Auntie just said, I've forgotten when last Atiku and Obi mentioned that Tinubu has done something.
No, I don't want to talk about Tinubu. I want to talk about when the military
have recorded some successes.
And then not even just those young men, just make this thing. at the war front, at this, speak about them. They are not Tinubu.
Sure.
They are Nigerians.
Yeah.
Well, if Nigeria does something, if through the government that is positive, there's nothing there.
That's true.
But that is the seed they sowed and they're reaping it. That is my own point of view. Well, I think for now we have to go on this break. And when we come back, the morning show continues.
Hey Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance and commerce are at your fingertips 24/7. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. Sun TV, your premier 247 destination for local and international entertainment, news, and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on Sun TV.
Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from Sun TV.
Supercab, safe, convenient and affordable 247 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State.
Country people are the throw salute to una as usual. How una day? I hope you say una enjoy una weekend with our weekend programs. So we always dey knack una. Okay, happy new week to all of una whether for northwest, east and south to you.
And don't go forget to welcome on to the pidgin section of our morning show. As this is our section, we would always say correct story concerning the happening things over inside the country, even to serve our community and our society. I still remain Esther Oka, Steven, and with me this morning now, where they watch this program and myself. So make una do well to follow me touch light matter on Facebook at Some TV. Even yourself will be there for YouTube at Some TV Live. No be small story carry me come sit down here this morning, oh my country people. But before I go begin this story, I want to say thank you to all the parents in the house when they be say they don't arrange their children things for school. Your sake of say school don't begin today, Monday. Last week I carried story of school matter come, and I believe say plenty parents they enjoy that program on Friday. Yes. Say I beg make we dey watch our children well. And this one, especially this one, when it be say school they resume. I tell them story concerning one thing when it happened last week as gate man come enter the website of one small pikin, one pupil of the school. Yes, it define one pupil of school. So now me come tell them talk say as school don't begin so. Those of una when it be say una they do office work when they get time to go pick on our children on time. Say I beg make una tell on our children school teachers them. Say the teachers on duty make them they deal with that children till their parents come make sure say no pikin remain for that school. Make they know they entrust the children to gate man, and also make una they careful of the guardian. No, na they live for us with our children, house boys, house girls. Make una they careful with them sake of say school don't resume. And also my country people, for those of una when it be say una children they for boarding school like my own when it be say I see that here, so I beg make una they take them jejely. If una pikin cry, can't tell una say mommy I no want go back to that boarding school again, make una reason with that child. Sit that pikin well, tell and say why you no want go back to that school. Sake of say many of them don't face threats. Yes, in 1 or 2 ways they go tell us if you tell your mommy what we are doing to you, if you tell your daddy you will die, we will kill you. You will face like this, you will fail your exam. The pikin, they don't put fear for that pikin body. So as school don't resume, the child now don't begin the fear. Say, if I go school, this set of people, this set of students, they will be on my neck. So let me just tell my mommy I don't want to go to that school. Get to the bottom of the reason why your pikin don't want to go back to boarding school. Yes, talk to them, make friends with your children. Always interact with them so that anything, no, they make them, they fear you anyhow. Especially our daddies in the house. Make on our children, on our friend. So for your pikin to come outside now, come tell you, say, no one go back to boarding school, make una reason with that child. And make una force him to hear out his opinion, why he no one go. Make una reason to the child, and make una not force him to go back to that school. Sake of, say, your friend children, they dey boarding school. Your oga pikin, he dey boarding school. You self, you want to imitate them. It's better, say, you have your child than to go lose your pikin. So parents in the house, please make una reason with our children this time when the business school don't resume. Okay, all my country people, make una draw una cushion, make una follow me the Torchlight Matter, just as I earlier tell una on Facebook at Some TV. Even yourself will be there for YouTube at Some TV Live. Now society matter na me won't begin with this morning in my country people sake of say something don't happen for inside town here when it be say I dare my country people as 2 years old marriage don't scatter. Yes, sweet marriage, fine marriage, well celebrated. Yes. One young girl don't come outside for inside her marriage, talk say she no marry her husband again, you my country people. Yes, the small girl don't vex, don't talk say she wants to divorce. And they talk to her son since last week we there for on top this matter. The husband run come say I beg make we follow and Torchlight Matter or say see wetin dey happen for his house. The man head the door scatter, I don't talk to dada na to blow now remain. The man look left, look right, now the man run come station, say make we help him. As we dey talk to una, so everything where this man talk, as we meet this young, fine wife, now the same story the girl too give us. As una dey watch this program, so this man too sit down, because of say me, I tell am, say make him sit down and watch this program as I dey Torchlight am. So big on make una follow me Torchlight Matter, make una out una own advice. So on what this man go do as the story take the be. So when we go meet this lady, come ask and say, sister, wetin happen? Why you can't tell your husband say you want to divorce? Now the lady begin dey talk come outside say the reason why she say she not do this marriage again after 2 good years say na because of say the husband dey fat. Country people not be fat for rub, but me they talk about so. Now English word wey they call her fat, now the girl say na him make am say she not marry again. Yes. So often I go dey wonder say which one could be fat. Now my market women they go they look me say which one Esther carry call this morning. Yes, they call am say gas out. English people they call am say gas out. Yes. Children there for school they go tell you say pollute. Now so children then they talk and say pollute. And then my market woman where they watch this program, where don't they ask themselves, say wetin be gas out now, wetin be pollute. My market woman, this girl don't run come off for her, say the husband they mess anyhow. That is why she no want the marriage again. Country people, those of una where they watch this program, that one na excuse where totally you don't reach to divorce. Who for this country we go come outside call bishops for this world say he not dey fat, say he not dey gas out, say he not dey pollute. Now we for this country, this one na enough reason. We sat this lady down, we dey talk to her and say, even if in human system, go ask your doctors. Every adult with good health is liable to gas out 14 times in a day. If you not mess, come outside 14 times in a day. Your body system is not good, especially if you don't reach adult, you go understand wetin that they talk. Oh God, they watch this program. I'm not go call your name. Not only your wife name me go call because your wife don't fuck up. Now Linda and I do this thing, my country people. Yes, if I call Linda, those of una where they watch her, where una sabi, and una go know, una go don't already they hear wetin dey happen because this girl don't spoil this man they finish. Linda, this step where you take now, they tell you as I don't tell you before, say na wrong step. You yourself where they say you they run leave this man where don't spend for you, don't make you be even before on a marriage, don't take care of you for school. All those why you don't know say this man they gas out. You don't know say this man they mess. You yourself, where don't finish university, now this man don't come marry you. You want them say you never ever fought for that house where 2 of on a day. Linda, this will not be excuse. Country people as they talk to now, so this man go their family house on Saturday. So okay, since your pikin don't say divorce, everybody don't cast me come outside. Make una do the necessary thing now, so that me say go free. The family they beg this man as they talk to now, so send a small pikin they worry Linda. Say na small pikin na dey worry this girl, my country people. I beg make una follow me Torchlight matter, make una hear out una own opinion on Some TV, even yourself will be there for YouTube at Some TV Live. Now the excuse where Linda carry come outside and I be this one. When things they go well for this gas, I they talk to una so my country people. Linda no remember say this man they gas out too. That time when they also for her put her for school, they pay school fees. Linda no reason I say this man they gas out. I be they not they meet. They meet. Now after marriage, when Linda I don't call open for his house, now I call look and say the husband na old man. Yes, now our own point of view now be that one. Linda don't come look and now because a lot of things happen. We don't Torchlight matter, we don't see correct reason, but Linda hold this one for hand. Say yes, now because of say the husband they fat. Now only that one. No. But country people now sabi and say that time when this man they hold this girl before marriage, they were doing well. Even now say they see they do well. Yes. Now for this country where go say no they face hardship. Everybody they face and now wisdom. Yes, now wisdom. For those of una wey just they watch us, this is the pidgin section of our morning show. And as they always they tell una na here they knock on a correct story concerning the things where they happen for inside the country. Even inside our community and our society. Now society matter na me carry come so sake of say one man don't run come outside now say make we help our Torchlight matter. In wife when he don't hustle for, don't arrange, don't make way, give her job. This woman don't they do it. Don't run come out for us. Say the husband sabi pollute. Now the reason where she carry come outside and be that. My country people. Aside this reason where she gives, so this man follow give lot of reasons. So now they see him. My country people. Who for this country, just as earlier talk when they be saying no they face hardship. When money they love they. As businesses come begin, they go down, the girl come, they look left, they look right, you they work, you not fit to help your husband, you begin to create excuse. Man go work. Now crime say the man come back on time. If the husband go work now, come back 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, wife go begin to complain. Wetin make you come out at this time of the day? Sake of say before, the man they come out 8, 7. Now your husband begin come out 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, he don't talk to crime. Say wetin you see where they come out at this time of the day. That one self come follow join for inside the matter. Una dey hear am? Those of una when e be say this one self lesson there to learn well. Yes, lesson there to learn well. Una dey say una mate, una dey run leave them say una mate e don old. Now na small pikin wey no fit tolerate now they bring you come outside. So they bring una they come outside so. I beg country people make una sit up. I want make una also learn lesson for on top this matter. Oh. Yes. Una don't look and talk say now when money dey na that time love dey dey. If money finish, wife go begin dey look husband say husband na monkey. 5 minutes dey outside. You wetin go carry you dey reason that kind thing. Before you marry, you not look well. This one don't simply show say you marry because of money. You marry because of wealth. And all these things are just temporary. If it's not better for your husband, why did they call you helper? Now you as a woman to make sure say that business start again. Now you as a woman to look and say, okay, as an issue self no dey, my husband is my baby. Now your husband be the pikin where you get. Issue not dey, now your wife, then be the daughter and son when it be say you get. I suppose all on herself like egg. As I dey talk to una, so Linda says she not marry again. No. Now the family demand they go marry now. Because of the family people see they beg, say, now small pikin, they marry this girl. Small pikin, they marry my country people. Our men in the house, when it be say that they watch this program, those of una when it be say una never marry, make una sit up. Oh. Because of this nyama excuse where this woman, this lady don't carry come outside this one now. To gas out again na crime. Which papa self, those ones when it be say they don't get children, when be say they don't keep children for house. Even self by mistake, father self they feel fat for where children they. And the children will just, it's a normal thing because everybody they do it. Daddy, sorry. Or daddy go even tell the kids, I'm sorry. Dear. The children they will know even they don't even reason. And now you say whenever you born one but to don't begin to complain, leader. I they call your name because of say he pay me well. True, your parents don't come outside and say now small pikin they worry you. For those of una when it be so now they watch this program, I earlier talk and when it be so now never marry, make una day on una toe. Those of una when it be so now they also now they sponsor children, una fiancés, una girlfriend them for school. Make una day on una toe. Many of these girls now because of the school fees and all that one they buy for them, I make them they lean on our shoulder. True love now they two deal. Now marriage of 2 years old now crumble so. The lady they seek for divorce now say the husband they fat, the husband they pollute, which is not enough reason. But if you now go for the man side, just as we touchlight matter, plenty things they behind it. And the family now don't cry come outside say they beg this man, say they love this man, say na small pikin, they worry this girl. So my country people, for those of una where they watch this program, just as earlier talk, and make una follow me Touchlight Matter on Facebook, even yourself we there for YouTube at Some TV Live. This story when I carry come so now because of say I want make Linda see her fuck up well. Yes, and so for young people too, maybe they never enter inside marriage, make them take notes on how to manage their girlfriends well. You that is Gen Z generation where we did so a lot of things they happen. Many people they go into marriage with pretense because of the love of money. And then those of una where they run, they talk, say, na small pikin, and they really many. I know many people when they say they don't marry young girls 23, 24, not be small headache that they see for us. As I they talk to una so, and on I live on a mate will be 40, 38, 42. Now they look and say, hey, after I don't enter those one finish, those one I call they look and say, this was the door old, this was the door old. We can. Some men go beat chest, say they not feel marry lady where don't reach 38. Some men go beat chest, say they not feel marry lady as from 35. Some go tell you say if the lady don't pass at 27, they no marry. And you will be 50 years old man, you dey run for 40, early 40s, you dey run for 38, 50, 35, say, and those ones don't old, they go there. Not be small heart attack, those, una don't do for marriage, oh, though, my Larry them. I know they talk, say, men not come patronize you now. Make them, they look also, the people when they be say they don't fuck up them, can't leave them, they run commit now. Those, I know set of people now be say that they run hypertension for inside their home. Now, marriage, say, because they that picking one that they run go meet self, you never chop life, you never send anything from our house, now that children come pick they wise. And I don't marry them, come out, they come, they look, say, my husband is too old, my husband is too this one, now lie you. Then they make that kind of comment now when the man money don't finish. But when you marry your mate, he go reason with you. Yes. He go help you. He go say, no, I cannot. He go they also, they bring business idea, they bring this, they commerce. Those ones are really settled. They don't they ready say they were settled. They don't ready to dey with you for better, for worse. Yes, in sickness and in else. They don't ready say they go. But this one, if person they run come out for us, say because of say you they fat, you they pollute. When you come sick, how you go be? Say today you come for sick, your wife go fit take care of you. You go run, go carry house help. Please take care of my husband. John, where are you? John, now where you there? Go now, go wash Oga boxers for him. John, where you there? Now Oga dey vomit, go pack him. You marry a woman that cannot clean you up. Take of say you dey find young lady. Yes. A woman that something easily irritates. Those young girls, they never see anything, they never work out, they never see life. Now for your house, now you they teach them life. You're just like another teacher again. You were don't marry supposed to relax. May your wife they take care of you. At the age of 60, 58, 50, you will come begin to take care of wife like say you be nanny. I beg our daddies in the house, make una sit up. Oh. Men in the house, make una down on our toe. And they talk to una, so now 2 years old marriage, so now don't crumble, sake of say, husband they fat. If today husband vomit, say he no well, wife fit clean am. For just say husband don't pollute, husband don't gas at, husband mess. Can this woman take care of this man now if this man sick? Say the husband can't throw up. Even if money not there, this kind of woman go wrong, go find house help, or we go call take care of the husband because she cannot do it. You marry a woman to sweep is a problem. Bring house girl today, they go change and tomorrow. Bring house girl today, they go change and tomorrow, sake of madam attitude. So I beg, some can't I make una the reason I say if una marry una mate self, not be headache. Yes. Una mates don't go through a lot, they don't their experience. They don't know house chores. They can cook. They don't understand what they try talk. So, Oga, you where they watch this program, not talk say you fuck up for the wife where you marry. Or you do well. Even when you come here, say where we touch light your matter, say what we tell you for here, our advisors in the house. You do well for you to raise pikin, trainer, you try. Put effort, give her a job, give her a ride, you try. This excuse where Linda carry corner, it don't make sense at all. Linda, we don't tell you before, and I see they talk am again. Because I not say you go watch this program. Make peace come that house. So. Linda, you know they go anywhere. Your parents, they don't call back, saying as small pikin, they worry you. Me say don't chook mouth for this matter. Yes. So my prayer now be say, make peace come that house. Fat not be excuse. You don't give us reason saying that because your husband they fat. This cast where you cast her, you go apologize. So, yes. Sake of say man fought today, no mean say that man not go rise again tomorrow. Na small pikin they worry you. If today, important for that paper to sign am. As your parents they beg, now you can't forget about your parents respect no day. Tomorrow you can't they beg, uncle. You go there too late. So. As you man, you can see and a person with bright future. You go make am. Na so business they be. Okay, oh my country people, those of you when the business and they follow me Touchlight Matter on this tutorial on Facebook at Some TV and on YouTube at Some TV Live. I dey tell on thank you for the messages when they be say it they come in. Yes. And for those of you who just they join us now one organ matter when e be say e carry come say make we touch light am for am sake of say im wife don say she want to divorce because of say the husband dey fat, and me don come tell una talk say as an adult you are liable to fat 14 times in a day. So Linda, that one no be excuse. Every adult dey fat. So this one e be like say you just dey find way to leave the house. But if say na this fat when e be say you can't carry come outside, can't tell us and now your husband dey talk. I know say plenty things go dey behind that, but since this one might be the reason where you dey talk, you don't lie because of say you self dey fat. Yes. Okay, my country people, for those of una where they watch program, why I carry this story on sake of say many of una they face lot of issues like this with una young wives them for us. Yes. Aside that one self, you get one or two things when it be say they happen to una, when it be say una go they look say, I no get person when it be say me go fit relate this issue with. I no get person when it be say we go follow me touch light matter. Yeah, at some TV, una get out, una go take carry una matter come say okay, make we help una touch light and sake of say una want to make people learn, make people not make the same mistake. And just as I take the talk, if una no want self say make we call on her name, we not go call on her name, we not go call on her wife name, we not go call on her name, we not go call on her fiance's name, on her boyfriend name. We not go come, we go negotiate, we go talk matter together, and we go air out on our matter. Una sabi our office we there for some TV, nobody when it be say you go ask when it be say you don't know this station. So as una they come with una ideas on our matter, make una just say some TV. As soon as they reach, we they are available. We get human activists there. We get people when they say they carry out interview where they carry out issues where they carry out how to take a touch light matter before we go air them. Before they will give permission, say okay, you can hear this one, you can hear this one. Like Oga John, oh, plenty matter come, but now Oga John on now we see say we go fit to touch light now. Because of say he want to make people learn and make people do on their toe. That is why we carry Oga John no matter come. Okay, my country people, now for here, now we go draw the curtain on the pidgin section of our morning show. For those of you when it be say una no come from the beginning, una go still watch them at some TV live, my country people. Yes, we there for YouTube and we there for Facebook. Now go watch them for our Facebook. Yes, sake of say the live program now in the pidgin section. Now I want to draw the curtain. But meanwhile, make una no go away, sake of say the morning show will still continue with Oga Abraham. I still remain Esther Oka Steven. I thank all of you for watching. Una do.
In Taraba State, let's ascend to the future. Imagine a world where entertainment, transportation, finance, and commerce are at your fingertips 24/7. Welcome to the future. Taraba Business School and Taraba News proudly present a revolutionary lineup of products and services designed to transform your life. Some TV, your premier 24/7 destination for local and international entertainment, news, and educational content. Come to the broadcast of News Hour on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of World News on Super Media Television.
Welcome to the broadcast of news across Nigeria on Super Media Television.
This is Sport Daily on Some TV.
Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from Sun TV.
Supercab, safe, convenient, and affordable 24/7 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State.
Welcome back to Morning Show on Some TV, and this is the Taraba News segment of the morning show. This is where we'll speak about issues that has to do with Taraba. And with me is just like we were in the newspaper review segment, Bridget James, who is the Assistant Director of Programs, News and Public Affairs on Some TV. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome back.
Thank you.
And also the Director of News and Public Affairs on Some TV. Good morning.
Good morning once again.
Yeah, once again, good morning to everyone. Now we're back home to Taraba, where we take our stories from Taraba News, which is Taraba's most influential newspaper. So, Bridget, can you take us through the headlines?
Okay. On Taraba News.
Yes.
Troops of 6th Brigade raids bandits hideout, recover arms. Emir of Lafia affirms Kuteb people's right in Nasarawa State. Lasandi community embarks on new era as Lasandi Youth Forum executive sworn in. Taraba fake Facebook page targets public with a Proudland business grant scheme. One Way Youth Peace Building Leadership and Entrepreneurship Sensitization Program held in Jalingo. Bukari PDP chairmanship candidates pledges urban renewal and inclusive governance. Taraba State launches campaigns to reduce out-of-school children. African UMC Bishop reaffirms unity, celebrates legal victory, path for mission growth. I think that's all.
Okay. Let's look at this. The troops of 6th Brigade raid bandits and recover arms. It says here that troops of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, Jalingo, has recovered a cache of arms at the bandits and out in Ikiao village, Ukai local government area of Taraba State. During our operation on Saturday, troops invaded the hideout located along Taraba-Benue border. Acting Assistant Director of Army Public Relations Officer, 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, Jalingo, Lieutenant Umar Mohammed, said the operation followed credible intelligence on activities of bandits at the hideout. He said one man known as Full Fire was allegedly harboring armed criminals at Sabongida Leke, Ikiao, in the Kiao village. He disclosed after receiving credible intelligence, the troops conducted a thorough search of the area. Umar further stated that although no suspect was found at the location, cache of arms were recovered. He listed them to be 3 AK-47 magazines, 3 FM rifle magazines, 3 rifle slings, 2 FM rifle breech blocks and slides, 1 AK-47 firing mechanism. Other arms recovered includes 2 FM rifle stocks, 2 FM rifle springs, 1 mini telescopic sight, 1 AK-47 rifle buck, 1 FM rifle bag, 1 badminton bag, 2 charms and 1 flashlight, among others. So that is the commander, 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, Sector 3 Operation Wild Stroke, Brigadier General Kingsley Chidebere, however, commended the troops for their swift response, high sense of professionalism and commitment to duty. And we at Some TV also commend Brigadier General Kingsley Chidebere for the good job he's doing with 6th Brigade in Taraba State.
Yes, this is another report of the sustained fight against banditry, criminality in around Taraba State. Commendations to this security agency, General Kingsley Owa and his men, and other relevant security agencies who they must have been synergizing with to achieve some of these successes. We look forward to a crime-free Taraba State. We encourage them to sustain this fight, not relenting at any point in time. Kudos to them. And criminals too, there is a need for them to take note that it's not business as usual. They are not going to continue to have field day, because if you follow the trend of the activities of the 6th Brigade, hardly will a week pass that you won't see them making some of these successes. So,
well, if you ask me, if you look at the pictures the hideout is in a village. So that's why we will call on people. When you see, it could be your cousin, your brother, your village, your tribe, involved in this kind of suspicious activities, report, because you may end up even setting up the whole village for commit a crime, and everybody will be involved. Look at how the issue of how it became Fulani herdsmen and the narrative, because some few of the Fulani we are into this crime, and it has turned the name of it has put stain on the name of a whole tribe as lovely as the Fulani people is. So I was looking at the pictures and I saw that it was the hideout was in a village, and definitely people living in that village, we know something is going on here. Don't you think so?
I think so.
Just like yes, you were the one, Bridget, you were the one that brought up the issue earlier on before we came to the studio that somebody just came back home with lots of funds, and the father decided to say, no, we can't take this here. When you have a friend or a member of a community that you discover that he's not, his movement is not correct, he's doing crooked, there is a need for you to allow the security.
Yes.
There is a way this person is doing things that we don't understand.
Sure, if you see something, you say something. You don't keep calm, because at the end of the day, it will affect everybody around you. So it's always good to say out when you see another person doing something that is not okay in the society. And kudos to the General, Kingsley Okwa. You're doing so well with your guys. Keep it up. We're looking forward to Free Bandit Taraba.
Yes, which is possible.
Nigeria at large.
Thank you very much, Bridget. Let's look at this other story. Okay, let's look at this. African UMC Bishop reaffirms unity, celebrate legal victory, chart path for mission growth. As the Africa College of Bishops of the United Methodist Church has issued a wide-ranging statement affirming their commitment to a united global church, regional autonomy and responsible stewardship of church resources. This statement was signed by 17 active and retired bishops, including Bishop Nande Muyombo, President of the African College of Bishops, was released and the close of their recent conference held in Luanda, Angola. The bishop will also celebrate a recent court ruling in Liberia that upheld UMC ownership of church property, describing as a significant legal win, plus continue efforts to defend church assets across the continent, calling these resources sacred and essential to the church mission in evangelism, education, healthcare, and community development. Okay, well, I think what caught my eye there is this a recent court ruling in Liberia that upheld UMC ownership of church property. So I suspect the kind of issue they have, GMC, UMC, they're having it in Nigeria. Is also
in other countries.
So maybe how do you think this will affect the position of UMC in Nigeria?
Well, they all have their unique laws. Liberia is not Nigeria, so let's wait for what Nigerian court will rule, because there may be peculiarities in these things. I am aware that the UMCN in Nigeria have gone to court too, because I think the bishop of UMCN issued some statements sometimes back. They are going to pursue it legally in the courts. So if they've not gone to, I think they are preparing to go, but I believe they've gone to court now. Let's wait for the ruling of the court concerning those matters.
And it seems the issues that has to do with UMC has subsided for some time.
Thank God we're experiencing relative peace. You understand? So, I think it's a good one. There is no way the way they were going will have solved the problem.
No way.
The best way to solve the problem is what is obtainable now. They should continue negotiating. No matter what you do, you will one day die and leave these things. So you don't have to hasten up by killing another person because of something.
Well, then this is serious. Fake Facebook page targets public with a fraudulent business grant scheme. The office of the First Lady of Taraba State has alerted the public to a fraudulent Facebook page falsely operating around the name Her Excellency Agim Abu Kefas. According to a statement issued by Solomon Bawuru, Press Secretary to Her Excellency, the page is being managed by one Mr. Aminu, who uses the phone number 091-5798-5419 as a transaction contact. The impostor claims that individuals can receive 700,000 naira in support to start business. Bawuru clarified that the First Lady, Mrs. Agi Magbu, has no knowledge of such a program and has not authorized any initiative of that nature. We wish to make it clear that Her Excellency has not launched any business support scheme as claimed on Facebook or WhatsApp. The public should completely disregard this claim. The statement read, one that the fake page is the handwork of fraudsters seeking to defraud unsuspecting citizens of their earning money. The Office of the First Lady urged residents of Taraba and beyond to remain vigilant, verify information from authentic channels, and avoid engaging with suspicious social media accounts. This is quite strange. Someone wants to use the name of the First Lady of Taraba, Mrs. Agi Magbu, to swindle people. So the public should take note. Let me take the word. They said they wish to make it clear that SL has not launched any business support scheme. So whosoever is telling you that she has any business support scheme is false. Beji, have you come across this page before?
I think I heard of this yesterday.
Okay.
I was gisting with my elder sister. Immediately I saw 419 in the phone number. I knew.
Okay, the call number.
Yeah. Oh, I saw, yeah, it has 419.
Of the number
so I knew.
is 419.
So, people have to be very careful out there, because immediately you become a celebrity or a public figure, people tend to use you to cash out. So I think this is not a new thing. It has been happening.
And at times it is our greed as a people that will always take us to some of this trap.
Yes.
When you discover that you can cash out and get 700,000 naira by paying 2,000, because that is
they tell you to buy form.
Tell you to buy form, and that's how they do
processing fee.
take advantage of the gule.
Yeah. So I feel these people, they tend to take advantage on poor people, because at the end of the day, poor people end up victim.
Definitely. It's the poor that you the first victim of this kind of scam. The rich first victim of higher scams.
They'll be like, please, this is a form, fill, it's 2,000 naira, they are going to give you 1 million. Before you know it, he will tell his brother, uncle, sister, and everybody is filling that form.
There's a certain, last year, there was a certain man that went to different estates, winning quarters, and saying that there's a scheme which with grants, that the federal government will give grants. And I know people, lot of people that registered, I think it's that 1,000 or 2,000 naira. And since then, they've been looking for the man. It's no longer, then he used to come around, gather people, form them into clusters and groups and the rest. And he has cashed out 2,000 naira to be part of a government empowerment program.
There is a need for everyone in this generation to verify information until you commit yourself, because there are chances that even by registration you can register into a criminal organization.
Definitely.
So there is a need for you to verify. There is no need for you to hurry and say, okay, this is a cash out. If you don't hurry, the numbers will fill up. There is no need for you to panic. Verify the information properly. Tell the person to give you all the contact that you need to make relevant investigation. Just like the person you mentioned that came to all those quarters. If the people in the quarters will have accosted you and say, okay, there is a need for you to give us another layer of your structure so that we'll be able to make inquiry, come with a police statement, you understand, register with the police, so that it does not become something.
You acted like you was working for a government agency.
There are some people that will even like to hide it from their neighbors.
Yes.
They want to.
They want to make, I think his own was 2 million or so. So if 2 million just put your account, you're doing better than others. Okay. Amen. Let's look at this. Bukari PDP chairmanship candidate pledged urban renewal inclusive governance. The People's Democratic Party chairmanship candidate for Wukari local government area of Taraba State, Honorable Bala Hussaini, has pledged to deliver urban renewal, inclusive governance, and sustainable development in Fellow State in the forthcoming council polls. He made this exclusive interview at the weekend. Hussaini said his vision was to build a peaceful and inclusive and develop Wukari where every citizen feels the impact of government. He explained that his mission was to align the council's program with Governor Abukefa's moving forward agenda with focus on infrastructure, empowerment, peace building, and accountability. He said Wukari is the heartbeat of Taraba. Under my leadership, every ward, every committee, every family will feel the impact of government. And he said this is the government-owned council. We cannot afford to disappoint him and the people. And if you ask me, there's something that caught my attention here. Say Wukari is the heartbeat of Taraba. I think I agree with that. Wukari is a very, very important community in Taraba State. It is culturally, traditionally, commercially, and even the people, the ambience of Wukari, it's a very, very. I mean, you may say I'm partial to Wukari because probably maybe Wukari, it was in Wukari that I got the best education of my life. So,
really, what you're saying is right. Wukari is an ancient town. It has this history of being headquarters to the defunct Native Authority, and people from Southern Taraba describe it as the Wukari Federation that consists of all the communities in Southern Taraba in those days. So it is a rallying point. It's a Kaduna of the north.
Yes.
How Kaduna is to north is how Wukari is to Southern Taraba. You understand? So if in those days, if you really want to be who is who, you have to have a property.
Wukari.
So Wukari is actually a place that should be given this kind of attention. There is a need for the environment. There is a need for peace.
Yeah. And you can see they laid out some points here about the rehabilitation of Township Road, construct drainages and culverts for the good people. Also on sanitation, he said he will launch a Clean Wukari campaign, which I think is good, to mobilize schools, religious groups, and traders, youth in keeping the town clean. Very, very good idea. He also noted that world security will strengthen as it pledged to collaborate with vigilantes, the Taraba Marshal and federal security agencies to secure the area.
And politically, I think Wukari is the only local government in Taraba State that has produced two governors.
Okay, yes. And that is
two governors and one deputy governor. Governor Kefas of Taraba State, then his older brother, who was former governor of Delta State, Then they have this deputy governor again, Samuel Danji Makani.
Yes, I agree.
They have this.
I remember then when I was in secondary school then, the deputy governor attended whether a speech or prize giving day as a special guest. And I always remember events, maybe inter-house sports. We always had the Akuka of Wukari as a guest, and it was something that marvels everybody. As in, you could see royalty in the Akuka of Wukari. So people came from all over Nigeria. When they see such royalty, and then you have these people behind him that tie this rapper with I think vulture fan. Then they blow it. Then if he's presenting a gift, he shakes the man. He doesn't shake the woman. So later we realize they tell you, no, if you go, don't shake him, don't stretch your hand. I think he does something like this. So this is a very, very Wukari is very, and I think Honorable Hussaini needs to ensure that the Wukari goes back to his past glory. Bridget, do you think Wukari and Sardauna with Ngembu, which will you prefer? The way we've installed.
I always prefer Sardauna. But I agree with you. Wukari is the heartbeat of Taraba.
They all have their own relevance.
Definitely.
Sardauna is just like the name depicted.
Let me ask, between outside of Taraba, The name.
Sasona is the most
Between Gembu and Wukari, which do you think is the most popular?
Gembu is more popular. I must admit that Gembu is more popular because Gembu is found in all these
climate change, tourism,
Kettle and other things like that.
You just go out and say, I know these two cities, let me use the word city, are very, very popular. But let me tell you something, it is not yet proven. If you go outside of Nigeria, the most popular is Karim. That's just let me know. I've not done that, but I just think the most popular is Karim.
Yeah, entitled to your Karim is popular.
And also the USSC.
Okay, Usaya. They're all popular.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is where we draw the curtain.
We will not talk about the Lasandi youths. Lasandi youths. You can't afford to miss that.
You know, I scrolled down and yes, in the grand ceremony held at Lasandi Community Primary School, the Lasandi Youth Forum has ushered a new set of executives, marking a significant milestone in the community's history. The colorful event drew a large gathering of dignitaries, political leaders, traditional rulers, and among the chief host, retired Brigadier General Jeremiah Ali Faransa, in his remark, emphasized the crucial role of the youth played in nation building. Also, Reverend Philip Micah Dopa, Director of Connectional Ministries and Father of the Day, offered a word of wisdom to the newly sworn-in executive. Now, the newly elected chairman of Lasandi Youth Forum, Comrade Albert Abo Wakili, promised to prioritize security, youth development, healthcare, and infrastructure renewal. I called on all youth to rally around his administration to a better Lasandi. The swearing ceremony signifies a new chapter for the Lasandi Youth Forum and community at large. And also congratulations to our studio manager, Mr. Godwin Ibrahim, the planner. Dominion Godwin Ibrahim, who is the PRO of Lasandi Youth Forum.
He's now a full-fledged honorable.
Honorable.
So there is no way you address him without attaching the honorable.
Honorable, okay. Honorable Dominion, the planner. That's a good one. So now whenever you see him, know that he's an honorable PRO of Lasandi Youth Forum. I like the idea because they're coming together will definitely help the community because youths are the backbone of every community.
And please, Bridget, help me remind Honorable Planner that to whom much is given, much is expected. So the need for him and his other members of the executive committee to see to it that they meet the aspiration of the youths that elected them and us here who are his first constituency.
Sure. I can see in CAP they're doing like this in the video. I saw everybody doing this way, but PRO did this thing. So he's telling us that yes, he's ready for he's good to go. He's ready to work. Well, congratulations to the Albert Wakili Abo, the chairman or president of Lasandi Youth. He's the chairman, and also to everyone, and most especially to Mr. Dominion Godwin Ibrahim, honorable planner. Is there anything else?
Well, I think since we've done the analysis of the Lasandi Youth News report, we can successfully call it a day now. Since the studio manager has...
Please, can you do me the honors and to close the curtain on today's edition?
All right. We want to appreciate the host and the anchor, Abraham Jeremiah, who is one of the vibrant TV presenters in Jalingo. Then we appreciate Bridget James, our own Bridget James. Then we appreciate the planner, who is our studio manager, James Silas Godgift. What did I say? James Silas Silas Godgift Walu, who is our social media manager and one of the master control operators, the son of the prophet, Lazarus Godgift. What's wrong with Then Lele Leo, Mrs. Esther, Oka Steven, Lillian, and other members of the crew here. Then, most importantly, the executive producer, Chief Gabriel Olayinka. It is honor having you out there as our viewer. Ensure to be safe, and goodbye for now.
Are you stuck in Jalingo late at night? Need a safe and reliable ride fast? Introducing Supercab, Jalingo's trusted ride-hailing service from anywhere in the city. We will pick you up right at your doorstep. Book a ride in seconds. Safe, fast and affordable. Visit www.supercab.com.ng or download the Supercab app today. Supercab, your ride, your way.